From the highway to the runway, we now take an in-depth look at jarring video of what may seem harmless to most, but is a serious threat in the cockpit. This is what happens when someone points a laser at an aircraft, a federal crime that's skyrocketing. In 2023, a record 13,300 laser incidents were reported to the Federal Aviation Administration, a 57% increase from 5 years before, in 2018. We uncovered the reason for this increase is complicated.
But first, reporter Morgan Lowe brings us a special demonstration in hopes more people think twice before shining a light.
We are taxiing down the runway at Deer Valley Airport to show you what this laser pointer looks like from a mile away. What would this do to your eyesight?
You couldn't. Tell me you can see the runway with that. You can't.
It's a dangerous situation, and it's becoming all too common. Our analysis of Federal Aviation Administration data shows laser strikes increasing on private planes, commercial jets, even Air Force fighter jets.
I fly the F-35.
Lieutenant Colonel Tyler Smith was leading his formation back to Luke Air Force Base one night last fall when a laser struck his cockpit.
It was about 2,000 feet above the ground, and it shined on every one of our aircraft in sequence as we came back to land. It's disorienting, it can be blinding, and prevents you from seeing anything at all for a few moments.
Can you imagine the effect that might have on someone who is just starting to fly an F-35?
It could be catastrophic.
It's probably just a novelty thing. I've got this laser. Let's see if I can hit an airplane, and people are ignorant of what the ramifications might be.
Cary Grant is a retired lieutenant colonel in the Air Force and current FAA safety team lead representative.
This is a 1957 Piper Pacer.
We're about to use his airplane to demonstrate what it looks like in a cockpit during a laser strike.
I have these glasses that are supposed to be protective.
1 mile away down the runway, another crew is standing by with a laser pointer.
What this will do is it'll sort of mimic what would happen if we were maybe 1,000 feet in the air and somebody was in the distance flashing a laser.
We're ready if you're ready.
Wow. Wow. That is bright. So that tiny little speck, that tiny dot on that end is lighting up the entire cockpit on this end.
By the time it gets here, it's blossomed. I'm shielding my eyes with the glare shield. If I was up, it would be blinding. You've lost your night vision when that happens.
Airport officials gave us special permission to do this demonstration. It's a sign of how important the aviation community takes this. What do you think the solution is?
Eliminating lasers, we're not going to be able to do that, but education, and that's hopefully what we can do, is we can educate people that, hey, you think it's just a prank, it has to be taken very seriously.
Back at Luke Air Force Base, where they train new F-35 pilots.
Every week we fly at night, we have one of these occurrences.
Lieutenant Colonel Tyler Smith says he's concerned about what could happen with a less experienced pilot in the cockpit.
I was able to safely land, but it was a factor for multiple airplanes that night, and it could have led to an accident.
Between July 2016 and September 2020, the FAA identified 232 subjects in laser incidents, less than 1% of the total number of reported incidents during that same time. In a statement, the FAA told us investigations revealed various reasons for people pointing lasers at aircraft, including those who do not know how powerful the laser is, to people who do it intentionally. Those found intentionally pointing a laser at an aircraft can face federal charges, including a fine of up to $11,000.